Sophie from Tailor of All Trades, the place for all things family and crafty. I've got another video for you today. I'm hoping that you like it. I'm hoping that it's helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it.
I will be doing a slightly different video today. I am going to be trying two fruits that are on my bucket list. Like I said in my last little, preview clip, I've got 3 fruits on my bucket list: durian, jackfruit, and finger limes. I wasn't able to find finger limes. I might have to go to Riverside, California to try to figure out how to get my hands on some of those. They don't really sell them in stores, or they might just not be in season. But today I have got a jackfruit, a little baby one. It's only 11 pounds. And then in this pot here, I have got a durian. The reason the durian is in the pot is because I was planning on doing this video yesterday, got just way too busy, had a lot to do, but we bought it the day before, and I really didn't want my house or all the food in the refrigerator smelling like durian. So I put it in here. I hope that's not bad etiquette for durian. I have no idea. We will see what it tastes like though today. I did want to give a teeny tiny quick update as to one of my other bucket list items, which is making spring rolls. I made some yesterday. I was not happy with them. They came out looking like this, okay? I just went to Walmart and I bought the wrappers that said spring roll wrappers, and I don't know if you can tell from the texture, but it's very thick pastry. It's just a super thick pastry. That's not what I was hoping for. My husband did try them and he said they were pretty good, and that I should not be super downcast that they didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. But inside here is just salted cabbage and glass noodles, which is how my favorite restaurant that closed down, Thai Pepper, used to make them, but it's not the same type of wrapper. The ones that were at Thai Pepper, the wrapper is very thin. It's almost very papery. So I'm going to have to do some research and figure out which wonton wrappers or spring roll wrappers are the right ones, because I was not super happy with this. So I'm not crossing it off my bucket list yet, but I did end up getting them made. I do think I had the oil a little too hot. They kind of burnt rather quickly. So I will keep an eye on that next time. But I did just want to give you a little bit of an update as to those. Today I have sort of got a setup going on here. As far as the jackfruit goes, I've heard 2 different sides of the story. I've heard one side say you have to have some sort of oil, like coconut oil, handy if you don't want latex to stay all over your knife and all over your hands. And then I've heard some people say if it's ripe, you don't have to worry about that at all. I'm not going to take any chances. I really like this knife. I don't want latex stuck to it, and I don't want to not be able to get the latex off. So I have some coconut oil. And then because I'm me, very OCD, I have some gloves because I don't want latex on my hands either. Also, I have no idea how strong the durian is going to smell today after 2 days in the fridge, and I have somewhere to be tonight, so I don't want my hands to smell crazy intense. So I do have gloves for this specific reason, but we're going to go ahead and do the jackfruit first, mainly because I think it's going to be the hardest to get into. I apologize, this is a live video, so I am not going to be cutting away at all. I'm not going to be fast forwarding. I will try to do this as quickly as possible based on a method that I saw on YouTube. I hope that it works. This is my first time ever cutting into a jackfruit. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. I'm going to try not to botch it up completely, but I am going to grab just a little bit of this coconut oil and rub it on my knife so that I can try to keep the latex from, if there is any. One video that I saw, the young man in the video said that if you get a ripe jackfruit, you won't have any issues at all with latex. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's not. But this is the jackfruit I have. So I am going to cut off this stem here, like that. Relatively easy. And then everyone says to turn it like a football. That's what everyone says. So I'm using a serrated knife, and I'm just going to cut down the middle. And it's not super, it's not the easiest thing I've ever cut, but it's not super hard to cut down the middle with this. And I think I just also have like a really good knife. Now it's getting a little harder. Maybe I should have done the video and Andrew can do the hard stuff. Oh, actually, so I do see some latex here, so I am glad that I ended up, can you see that? It's like stringy. I'm glad that I did choose to put oil on my knife. Well, now I'm having a sincere belief that we will never get into this fruit. Let me see if I can just crack it open. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna have Andrew zoom in on this. This is, oh, it smells really good. It's very, ooh, it's very bright. It's like, you know when you walk into C's Candy, or not C's Candy, I'm sorry, the candy, the Sweet Factory? That's what it smells like when you go into the jelly section and there's all those jelly candies. Oh, it smells really, really good. It smells like candy, that's what it smells like. So, I am going to, I think I might have to cut around the pods really quickly because it's clear that there are definitely pods in here, but I think I might have, when I cut it, ripped a few of them, so I'm going to try not to do that and try to figure out how to get one of these suckers out if I can. Okay, so here's one of the, they have these pits in each pod, look like this. Other YouTube videos have said that you can reuse these, like kind of like roasting chestnuts or something. I'm gonna put some more oil. I know I've got gloves on, but just to make it a little bit easier to get this stuff out of here. So I'm gonna try to get this pod out. Okay, so here's what the jackfruit looks like. Okay, it looks like mango. That's what I would say. But it's not the same texture. Mango, when you press into mango, if it's ripe, it just completely like squishes up. This is like, it looks like mango, but it's not soft like that. So here we go. It's not bad. I personally don't really love mango unless it's with sticky rice. It tastes mostly like mango, also like apple, a very, very ripe, it's like sweet, like a apple that you would use in a pie, like a Honeycrisp. The texture is very chewy. I'm still chewing it. It's not bad. I'm not a huge fruit person myself, so I probably wouldn't eat a ton of this, but it's not bad at all. Do I think I will keep this as a staple in my house? Probably not. But I'm just gonna kind of cut into this really quickly and try to get a piece out. I do kind of want my husband to try this. He's holding the camera, but I want him to try it because, so I think I'm doing this wrong. I think this is supposed to be a little bit easier than I have made it. I don't think it's supposed to be this hard to get into the fruit, but see, there's all this stuff. It's super fibrous, this stuff, and you can just tell you're not supposed to eat it. So you get rid of the white stuff. Give me just a second. I might cut it off. There we go. Now, I think there might still be, yep, there's a pod in this one, so I don't know if you can see that in there. But I am going to try to get it out of there. There we go. So, here's that. I'm going to cut this in half because I bet you my husband doesn't want to eat a huge honking piece. But hang tight, we're going to kind of switch sides just 1 second. So I'm going to leave this right here, take my gloves off, and give it to my husband.
What does it smell like to you?
Kind of candy-ish.
Yeah, like candy.
I don't know, there's something I can't place.
Yeah.
Mango, maybe a little guava.
Oh.
Is what I'd say it seems closest to me.
Is it bad or good or just different?
It's just different. It's okay.
If you had like a bowl of it, would you eat more than one piece of it?
Probably.
Do you want some more? Okay. So he's going to come back and stand on this side for me. Okay, I'm going to clean this up. Like I said, I'm going somewhere tonight, and the friends that I'm going to, give me just a second, I'm going to grab a paper towel. The friends that I'm going to, their daughter is a vegetarian, and if I'm not mistaken, she might be going vegan soon, or already has, or something. Oh yeah, guys, like, whoa, we're gonna have to clean this with care. So I'm gonna set it right there. I might need a new knife for the durian because it's pretty clear that this jackfruit right here, oh, gross. Kind of got latex everywhere. So originally I was going to flip over my board, but there's latex on it. I don't want that on my counter. So I'm just going to re-up on my gloves here and then take the durian out. The reason I put it in this pan is because the day we bought it, it was already pungent smelling. And I just was kind of scared of what that would mean the next day, or in this case a few days later. So I put the lid on, and then,
Knife.
oh, I need a knife. Andrew reminded me. So I put the lid on, and then I just put some tape on to make sure it was closed really well. I'm gonna go get a knife really quickly. Andrew ate another piece of jackfruit, just so we're clear. I really did think that he was going to like it because of everything I've heard of jackfruit. I did see something where people are now using it, like vegans and vegetarians are now using jackfruit in place of like pork, like for pulled pork sandwiches and just like barbecue pulled pork and stuff like that. So it would be worth it to try to figure out how to get the rest of the pods out and then try to use it in something. It's not bad. It's very sweet. I don't happen to love sweet, so. Ooh. Yes, it definitely has a strong smell. So this is the one that hurt me. Let's try to get it out of here. Oh, I left it in its bag. Okay. Whew. It's smelling very strong right now. So like I said, I've watched a lot of these tasting videos with durian and jackfruit, and one of the common things that people have figured out is that durian has lobes, which you can actually kind of see here. Like you can see there's a lobe here and here. This is like where that lobe is. And then there's another lobe right here and another lobe right here, right here. So what we're going to try to do is cut along the lobe. And when I was at the market, the fresh durian, which is the kind that I bought, the really ripe ones were opening on their own. So I kind of could see inside, and I could kind of tell, like, okay, that's definitely where I should be cutting. So let's go ahead and cut into this. Mini side note, you may think I'm absolutely nuts for choosing now to do this, but I am pregnant, and I'm only a week outside of the whole everything makes me sick and everything smells terrible. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be like a really bad decision, but I've wanted to do this for a long time, and we are finally in a place where I can buy a durian, so that's why we're doing it now. So I'm going to go to the most pronounced lobe so I can try to do this the right way, which is this lobe right here. And cut into this guy. Ouch. There we go. So I do think that if we cut down all the way to the bottom of this lobe and then turn it over and do the other side, it might present itself rather easily. Because it's not very hard to cut into. Like you'd think it would be with this psycho armor thing, that it's literally, it's very painful. And the pungent smell that it was giving off inside this pan is now much stronger as I'm cutting into it, just so we're clear. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this a slightly different way and just turn it upside down and cut it in half and see what happens. There we go. There we go. Now it's giving. There we go. Okay. So here we go, guys. Ooh. Let me, there we go. Okay. Whew. Inside of durian. And just so you guys can see this, look at what it did. They're very sharp. Maybe I should have put on different gloves, but I can tell right here that I have a really good piece to work with. It's intact. As you can see, I kind of shaved the other ones, which I wish I hadn't. I wish they were perfectly preserved the way that, you know, I've seen so many people on the internet do, but I messed it up. But this one looks pretty good. I know that there are seeds in each pot, and I think that there might be multiple seeds in each pod. So what I'm going to do is pull this out. This one just kind of popped right out. Okay, so first let's talk about, oh, the texture is so interesting. Let's talk, this is the flesh. Let's talk about what it smells like. I'm getting celery salt. I'm getting, if you've ever driven through like a celery patch or whatever those are called, field, and you smell celery and you're like, hey, celery. That's what this smells like to me. I kind of get onion, a little bit, but much more I smell celery. The texture is interesting. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit cold since I had it in the fridge, but it's not as custard. Well, this piece, I mean, it just kind of came off. Let me see if I can get the whole thing out of here. Oh, no, I'm feeling custard. I feel it. Oh, hey, cool. Okay, so the outside looks a little bit more fibrous, a little bit more whole. Right in here you can see where the custardiness that everyone talks about comes from. I mean, this whole thing. Okay, and I'll just break it open because I can feel the pods in here. Or there's one right here. Wah! Okay, so don't eat that. And here is the meat. Okay, it was whole and then I broke it, but it's definitely gushy, most definitely gushy. So I think I'm actually going to try to be brave and try the custardy portion because I feel like that portion gets the best reviews from everyone saying it tastes good. So wish me luck. I'm not a brave soul. I'm also not a gushy texture person unless it's avocado. Wish me luck. Let's do this. So, I will be honest, 100% disclosure, it was hard for me not to throw up. It's not the flavor that's the problem. It's the texture. The fruit sat on the back of my tongue and felt the way vomit feels. So my mind was like, get it out, get it out. And then I was like, you're a big girl. You're a grown-up human being. Don't throw up. And don't throw up on camera. If I hadn't been on camera, I'm not positive I wouldn't have spit it out. But I told Andrew, did I not? I will try it twice. I will try 2 pieces to make sure that I don't like it, because
I've eaten plenty of things twice and loved them afterwards that I hated the first time. One of them was sticky rice with mango. Okay, so let me keep going. I'm gonna pick like a firmer piece just to see. Okay, and I'll be a big girl. I'll do 2 pieces. Okay, so this is kind of the size I'm going for. Really quick, let me just tell you what it tastes like to me. First of all, it's sticking like to the whole inside of my mouth. It's just like a coat in there. I'm definitely getting more of the onion in my mouth than I was when I was smelling it. It's so sweet. Like, you know when you've had caramelized onions and they just had, like, maybe whoever was preparing it put brown sugar on them or honey or something. So it's definitely an onion, but it's a very, very sweet onion. I'm definitely getting that. The taste doesn't really hit you until you're chewing it and it's starting to go down your throat. When you first put it in your mouth, you're just kind of like, I don't understand this texturally, especially if you've never had durian before. And I venture to say, especially if you're an American, it feels, now this was refrigerated, so it feels like cold guacamole, which I have heard other people say. I like pureed food. That's like the texture of it. So do it one more time because I love you guys and I made a vow to myself that I would eat 2. I'm eating 2. Here we go. Well, it's not as hard to get down the second time. The outer part, the more fibrous stuff, is much more like my mind understands it as fruit. It's actually similar in texture slightly to the jackfruit, so it's like stringy and chewy. The custard part that feels and looks like custard definitely has more of a pronounced onion taste. Hello. So what I'm going to do, I have asked Andrew to try this. He really does not want to, so you know how much he loves me when he will try this thing. I'm going to get him a piece that is like completely fibrous and hard. Or it's not hard, it's very pliable. And then I will set next to it a piece that has more of the custard on it, custard portion of it. He is in no way obligated to eat the custard portion. I think that'll be really hard for you. But I'm going to set it right next to the fibery one, so the one you want to eat is on the left, love. And we'll see what he says. He has the right to use the trash can that is right down here. If he does not want to eat it and swallow it, he does not have to eat it and swallow it. I'm going to leave you a glove, love, because you probably don't want to have that smell on your hands. He's not super. You can do it, babe. Okay, tell me what it smells like.
Kind of onion, but just something that's sweet and pungent.
Yeah. Like fermented, maybe? Like fermented fruit? Yeah. Are you trying not to throw up? Go off camera and take the trash can with you, babe. Take it with
I think I can do it.
Okay, he thinks he can do it. I'm sorry. The first swallow is the hardest. Will you ever eat that again? Tell me what it tasted like to you.
I guess squishy onions, basically.
Yeah.
That was awful.
All right. I don't know what a good durian tastes like. I don't think this one tasted all that bad. I don't have an issue with the flavor. It's not my favorite flavor, especially because even when you think of something like a caramelized onion, that's like usually a warm garnish on stuff. So my brain is having a hard time with the texture and the temperature, but not necessarily with the fruit itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try one more because I think I can do it. And I'm even gonna go for the custard because, excuse me, because it's not that I think I'm gonna love this and I'm gonna go down to Van Nuys and buy one every week and make my kids eat it. Like I'm not gonna do that. But this is a very healthy fruit for you. It's got a ton of good fats, lots of vitamins and minerals. It's a really good fruit for you, so if you're ever in a place where all they can serve you is durian, eating it will probably save your life. So I'm just gonna go in for one more piece, just to see, because that first bite was so hard, guys. I had to force myself not to throw up, but the second bite was easier. It was a little bit better. So I'm gonna give this one more go. I'd like to say I reserve the right to throw this out if I don't want to swallow it, but I'm just gonna try one more. I don't have a gag reflex this time. I think if you turn this into something, like a dip, my mind had a hard time wrapping itself around this the first time. And I wasn't okay with that. And my body was like, don't do that. I've seen people just eat this. It's just like, they love it, they love the texture, they love the flavor, they just like shovel it in. I can't do that. That's not my feeling toward this, but I don't want you to discourage it. I don't want to discourage you guys from trying it. I just know that this is one of the most adventurous things that I have ever done, / made my poor husband do. Crossed it off my bucket list, and it wasn't a horrible experience the way it could have been. So I think if you go with your initial reaction is get this thing out of my mouth right now. I think if you give it a little bit of a chance, it's actually very sweet. I can tell that it would be very filling if I were eating it like a snack. I have no idea what the caloric or fat or macro composition of this fruit is, not even a little bit. I would definitely say if I had a choice, somebody told me you have to eat durian or you have to eat jackfruit, I would definitely eat the jackfruit, hands down, most definitely. But I did want to try something new, and I did want to try something that was completely foreign to me, which my sister-in-law was making fun of me because she's like, are you kidding me? This stuff, she's Asian. She's like, this stuff is a staple in my house. And I'm like, I know, but I'm a Mexican. This stuff I have never seen before. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching along. I will post this as an actual video on Facebook so you can see my reaction. I'll probably put it on YouTube too and be one of the just thousands of people who they call it a durian challenge. I wasn't doing it as a challenge. I just was so interested. This didn't make any sense to my brain as an American, not just an American, but almost purely a Californian my whole entire life. I don't travel much. This was so outside of everything that I knew and everything that was inside my comfort zone that I just really wanted to try it. And some of you with really amazing bucket list items like live in Scotland for a year or something. Okay, I have a quiet and calm little life. This is huge for me. This is massive for me, and I'm kind of proud of myself. So thanks for watching along. I will see you guys later. Bye.